Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm gonna be so honest, I'm terrified. I'm going to try to read the amount of hours that I spend on my phone daily. Did that make any sense? Probably not. So we are gonna start off with last Saturday. We're gonna do each day of the week. I think I'm only gonna do this for like 5 days, but today's Saturday and last Saturday I spent 7 hours on my phone. I spent 3 hours and 34 minutes on social media, 2 hours and 24 minutes information and reading. I used 1 hour and 31 minutes off of TikTok. I did have like a like convention type thing where I spent a lot of time on my phone because of that, but on TikTok, that's not that bad. I feel like it's gonna get worse. But the moment that I decide throughout this day to just pick up my book and read it is when I'm gonna start the timer. I was watching The Mindy Project. I've only gotten to read for 1 hour today. I still have 6 hours to go. But I feel like I want to update you guys because so far, okay, also I decided to go with, I forgot the name. What's this called? The Dagger and the Flame. I'm really enjoying this book so far. I thought it was going to be harder to get into, and I feel like we're still pretty much being introduced to everything and stuff. But it's so easy to read. I love that. So let me get into it very quick. The book starts off with her going with the main character, what's her name? Seraphine, going on about something that her mom's doing that's like weird in her backyard. And she's like, what is she doing? Also, they live in a farm, like a little bit more towards the outskirts of the town where the whole story is located. The town is ran by 2 mafia groups, the Daggers and the Cloaks. What happens from the start is we have that weird first little prologue, and then when the book starts, she's now 19 and her house is on fire. Like, she's coming back home with her dog, which I love the dog, and her house is quite literally on fire. So she's like, oh my gosh, my mom. She goes in, her mom is dead, and she can see like the vault of like a dagger. So that's how they refer to like someone from the Dagger Mafia. I don't know if she remembers, I think she does, that her mom told her to immediately go to like the Cloak's house, which is House Armand, whenever something like this happens, and that's exactly what she does. So she's going there, she feels as though someone's stalking her and seeing her like where she's going, like following her, I guess. And someone is following her because we get 2 POVs with this book. I missed having POVs in a book, y'all. Like, I really missed it. So we get, I think it's Ransom. Ransom gives off hot vibes. Like, he gives off that he's very hot, very attractive. He's very much like a dark character, I would say, from his POV, but I love that we're getting POV. Like, I missed having POVs, okay? That's kind of where we're at. She goes into House Armand, which is the house of the Cloaks, and in there she's like, I need help, like, and they take in people from the outside. So the Cloaks steal, that's their deal with like the king, because both mafias have a deal with the king. So the Cloaks steal from the city and stuff like that. They steal, they do 3 types of stealings. I think there's slay, which is like slay. Oh, it's actually slight. Sorry. They do slights, which are like cheap things that you just go around and put your hand in the pocket and steal. And then they do breaks, which are like you break into a house or shops, taverns like that. And then they also do heists. So they do these 3 types of stealing all around the town. And then the Daggers kill people. They like follow them around and kill them. So that's kind of like how they're divided. So the Daggers can't steal and the Cloaks can't kill. That's like the thing. And so she's introduced, she like goes to House Armand. She's like, I need help. And they're like, are you good at stealing? She's like, We'll find out. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm on chapter 5 so far, on page 60. So this is how far we're into this book. So far, very entertaining and very good. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I officially have everything that I could ever need around me. I think you guys are tilted. I have emotional support water bottle, these, a book that I'm enjoying very much, dinner, and I'm in my bed. Really couldn't be better than this. My phone's charging. I have 4 hours and like 29/28 minutes. Let's do it. Gosh, guys, I forgot to mention that they met, like, while I was like in some of these pages before. Ransom and Seraphine met. What I think of it, they were both very much flustered, so I kind of liked it. They were both very much like nervous, like nervous crush vibes. Kind of liked it because I don't know, I kind of liked it. Let's see. Wait, this is so funny. Oh my gosh, this girl's crazy. Why is this whole thing so funny to me? I don't know. I don't know if this chapter was supposed to be funny. Oh my gosh, look at this description. He was a foot taller than her, broad-shouldered with strong arms and long legs. Then there were those violent Quicksilver eyes and the arsenal of shadows at his disposal. He was death itself. Okay, Zayden. Like, she ate. She ate. Okay. Now things are getting interesting. We're getting the romance. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The panic that just gave me, oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe I just read for 7 hours and most of them I did 1 hour and then 6 of them were straight. So I just finished reading for 6 hours straight, 7 hours total. I'm on page 406 and the book just started to get into like the final plot where I'm like, what the heck's gonna happen now? Also, ignore my skin. I've been picking at my face. It looks horrible. I can't believe I just read for that long. I just started a new chapter 2, chapter 40, and I was literally on page 2 of chapter 40, which I think might be a big one because, oh yeah. Okay, well, go to sleep and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, today is day 2 and we're back to keep reading and hopefully finish The Dagger and the Flame. It is now 1:44, so you know, it's been a while. I've had a good time to rest off all of the reading that I did yesterday, and let's figure out how much I have to read today. Hopefully it's not a lot because we're about to leave the house in like maybe 2 to 3 hours from now. So also the weather is absolutely amazing. So let's see. Okay. A week ago, I spent 5 hours and 4 minutes on my phone. And sadly, 3 of those hours were on TikTok, and then 34 minutes on my messages, and then it just goes down from there. But what do you mean I spent 3 hours on TikTok? I thought I had like no time to read today. This is actually so unfortunate. It's not. I'll get to finish this book, so let me put it on the timer. Are we ready? I don't feel ready, but okay, let's do it. No. Okay, I will update you guys once I finish this book then. Let's see what we have coming. All is about to just like happen right now, and we've been waiting for this. Okay guys, so I just finished the book. I forgot the name already. It's already out of my head. I do have some opinions, but I think I'm gonna say those opinions either by the end of today or by the end of the video. But I still have 3 hours and 38 minutes to read today. And I'm feeling kind of like in a romance mood. So I picked up some romance books that I've been wanting to read, and I'm gonna give them to my mom. She's gonna pick one for me to read. Okay, so first of all, we have Leather and Lark by Brynne Weaver. Then we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. Then we have You Between the Lines. I really think I'm gonna love this book. I don't know why. I think it's the cover, but I think it's really pretty. Then we have One Star Romance. This is another one that I think could be really fun because they're total opposites. And then last but not least, we have Savor It by Tara DeWitt. This one's just pretty. Okay, so my mom's gonna pick. Yes? Okay, so she wants me to read You Between the Lines by Katie Naiman. Okay. I think I'm gonna like this one, so I'm happy. Also, the font is big, so that makes me even happier. Okay, they're both writers. She's a poetry writer, and he doesn't like her writing, so he's like, it says here that he's insufferable. Okay. So this is gonna be the second book we're gonna be reading for this video. Hopefully I like it, and if not, it's my mom's fault. Okay, I'll see you guys whenever I actually start it, because I'm not gonna start it right now. I failed yesterday. I tried. Listen, there's certain things. Mochi, I think he just burped at my face. Mochi, that's crazy even for you. Kitty, try not to do that to mommy again. Thank you. I'm about to have lunch, as you guys just saw. I just got home from college. I had 2 classes. One of them was an exam. I got an 89. Nothing too good, but it was financial accounting, so I'm gonna take, I don't know how many hours I have to read. I did fail yesterday. I only read until I finished the book, which I haven't talked about yet. Dagger and the Flame, I think it's called. My mom picked the next book that she wants me to read in this video just because, I don't know, I just felt like asking her to pick because sorry, Mochi's playing the couch. And then I never started it because we went to volleyball, and I thought it was gonna be like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because my mom wasn't really in the mood to go. But then, as always on Sundays, everyone shows up, and it was the most fun ever. We stayed there for like 3 hours and a half, 4 hours. So obviously that took a lot of my time. Let's go ahead and check out my time, my screen time for today's reading. 6 hours and 11 minutes. This is not okay. Let me quickly tell you what I still have to do today. I have an assignment that I still have to do today, but it's a quick one, I think. I have to go run, number 2. Third, I have another class today from 6 to 8. So this is gonna be very much not possible, but we're still gonna try it out. You know, we're still gonna do our best. So let me get 6 hours and 11 minutes. I'm not ready. After I finish eating, I'm gonna start the damn timer. I'll talk to you guys then. So I've read 85 pages so far. I still have 4 hours and 40 minutes and 19 seconds, if you guys care, to read today. And so far, I'm kind of liking it. I will say it doesn't feel rushed, but it feels different to the first one, to Powerless. Or maybe I've read Powerless so long ago, it was like at least a year ago, that I didn't really remember much about it. But yeah, I've read for like an hour and 30 minutes so far today, and I will read more tonight, but I have to leave for my class now if I want to make it there on time because it's traffic hour right now. But as you can tell, I'm on chapter 13. Something very exciting is about to happen. I really want to read this chapter. But it said it was going to take me like 8 minutes, and it's already 5:30 and my class starts at 6. And it's traffic hour. I'm going to quickly prep my bag for this class and get going. Yeah, I'm here with Teddy today. Teddy doesn't really like me. So I'll update you guys probably later on tonight. I don't have school tomorrow. You know what that means. We will be reading for the 4 hours. I kind of forgot about that. 4 hours and 40 minutes. So technically 5 hours, but let me not think too much about it. Why my blush turned out like this. Let's just ignore that. But I actually read for 6 hours and 11 minutes yesterday, and I still can't believe that I did it because I was awake until like 2 a.m. It is now 10:41. I obviously got up late. I got ready very quickly, and I'm ready to update you guys on where I'm on. I haven't really talked about this book at all. The main reason is that this is the second book in a series, so it's not like I can really go off about it, you know, because I will be spoiling people. I am on chapter 45 so far. Let's see where that is, because I've been reading it. I got it on my Kindle because I spent majority of the time reading lying down, and I can't. This is where I'm at. I literally have this left. That's crazy. Let me give my opinions without spoiling. So far, I'm actually enjoying this book. So the reason why I even picked this up is because I was craving a romance, but I'm still very much in my fantasy mood. I don't know what has happened this year. My brain, like, I've tried to read other romance books this year and I just can't. Like, fantasy is my thing right now. So I wanted something that was still fantasy but mainly a romance. And I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, and I asked her about this book because I was thinking of starting it, and she's like, I actually really liked it. A lot of people don't because, you know, the plot isn't really the main thing for this book. It's more like directed towards the romance. And so I feel like that was perfect for me to hear. Perfect timing, because I literally picked this up off my shelf. Just kidding, I only put my books on my shelves after I read them. It's like a reward situation for me. But I picked this up and I had to read it. Here we are, and so far it is 100% what she told me it would be. This is a romance book in a fantasy world. I feel like that's the best way to describe this, because yes, there are some fantasy items and moments throughout the book, and like obviously there's gonna be, because it's still a fantasy series, but this is a romance book. And listen, guilty. I like it. I love it actually so far. It's sitting at like a 4.25 / a 4.5 for me. I'm very curious to with like one of the characters. I'm like, what are we getting at in here? Like, what's going on in here? But I haven't finished, and I have a feeling that we're gonna get to that part right now. So let's go on here. Let's go look at our screen time of wait, what day is it today? Tuesday. Oh my gosh, it keeps going up. 6 hours and 53 minutes. This day, I spent 4 hours and 40 minutes on my TikTok. I think this was a bad day for me. Oh, because I don't have classes. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. Well, 6:53. Day 3, here we go. Also, this is where it could all go very right or very wrong for me, I feel. I was so not expecting this. Whoa. Okay. It's been oh gosh, I clicked something and I don't know how to work this camera or any other camera for the matter. It's been an entire day that I did not record for you guys because I had school today. I had volleyball and I had a run. So I had a lot of things that I had to do and I didn't really want to stress up about it. Also, I knew I was gonna fail. Also, I did fail the other day, the day before. However, I did start a fun little book that I'm gonna get into in a second. Already like 11:50, it's almost midnight, and so with that being said, I'm going to be starting already my reading for tomorrow. I was literally editing a video that I'm gonna, my Fourth Wing video, reading Onyx Storm and all that. I was about to finish editing it and my computer fully just stopped working. So yeah, you guys don't care. So let me get to what actually matters. Although I did not record, I'm still reading this book. By the way, I am reading it on my Kindle because it is on Kindle Unlimited. So if you guys have Kindle Unlimited and want to read it, it's in there. And okay, now let me actually talk about this book. This book is about obviously our filthy rich vampire. What's his name? Julian. He's like, if you know a little bit about the lore of vampires, or if you've read books with vampires before, watched TV shows, or even just like curious about it, you know there's like the original families. He's kind of like a part of that family, the Rousseau, I don't know. And then we have this simple girl. Her name is Thea. I actually kind of really like the name Thea. I think it's kind of cute. And so this book, it's giving Wattpad to me a lot. Do I dislike it? Absolutely not, because sometimes all you need is a little bit of a Wattpad-y book. I was thinking of giving up like 30% through, and then there was a conversation between Thea and her mom where I just feel like she's not gonna be just a normal girl. She's not just like a human girl. I feel like she's either like witch or something. I'm not even explaining myself correctly, but we're gonna go ahead and check how long I have to read tonight. I have 6 hours and 33 minutes to read because last Thursday, that's the amount of time that I spent on my phone. And 4 hours and 26 minutes of that was on my TikTok. They might have been onto something with this TikTok ban, guys, let's be real. I still have 4 hours and 7 minutes left to go tonight. My mom's doing Duolingo. These are my last 4 hours of the week. This has been a hard week, but okay. Oh. Okay guys, it's finally the end of the video and I'm now gonna go quickly over the 3 books that I read throughout this week and the 4th one that I started and have not yet finished but already have my thoughts on. So we started off the video with reading The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle. This was such a fun read. Like honestly, I think back on it and I was having the time of my life while I was reading this. I was laughing out loud just because I kept picturing the scenes in my head and it was very much funny. But if you're thinking of reading this book, this is a YA kind of Romeo-Juliet vibe because they're both from different mafias that can't really be together. Also, one of them is actively trying to kill the other one. And then it obviously has the factor of fantasy in it. So, you know, it's good, it's great. It is very fast-paced, so it's something that will get you into reading very much, very quickly, very funny. Again, at least to me, I feel like this book was kind of hilarious at times. You also get a little bit of found family, and then the ending was very interesting to me. I am kind of excited for the next one, and there was a time while I was reading this book that I was like, I don't think I'm gonna keep reading this series just because it's too YA, like too young adultish or something. But I reached the end, and I kind of wanted to keep going, so I feel like that just tells me that I do want to keep reading the series. I think that I will once the next one comes out, which I have no idea when that will happen. But I gave this book a 3.25 stars. I think looking back at it, I would go and change it to like a 3.75 or a 4 because I actually did enjoy it a lot. So yeah, this was book number 1. Book number 2 ended up being Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I was gonna read the book that my mom picked out for me, but then it just never happened because I had this in my shelf and I was just looking at it and I kind of just wanted to pick it up and read it after a conversation with my friend. This one was very good. I really enjoyed this one. However, I do get why people don't love it. If you're going into this book looking for like a fancy high stakes moment, it's not really gonna happen. Like it is kind of high stakesy, but all of this is one simple mission that's going on. Usually, or for example in this book, we had like a lot of things happen. For this one, I think in the fantasy department only one thing happens and then the rest is all romance and back and forth and conversations and going back in time and thinking about how it was before and where they are at now. But I kind of loved it. And then also the ending of this book messed me up, I will be honest. I don't know what to expect for the next one, although I am happy that it comes out within the next 2 months, I believe. I don't think I could wait much longer than that. Very excited to read the next one once it comes out. So yeah, I ended up giving this one a 4.25. Had a lot of fun. This is such a small, quick read. I think this is another YA, but it also kind of reads like a YA. It's very quick, it's very witty, and just like, I don't know, it just always keeps going. The last book that I started and finished was Filthy Rich Vampire by Jennifer Lee. So this one has a lot of like the vampire tropes in it. I think it has like fated mates. It has the, if you've watched Twilight, you know, like Edward can sense everyone else's thoughts except for her. It doesn't have that, but it kind of has that thing where she's like the only one that defies his power sort of situation. So, you know, it has all of those tropes. They also can't be together because he's a vampire. A little bit more specificality within this book. And I did like the whole aspect of him being a vampire and she's just like a normal girl. But the one reason why I kept reading this book is because as I was reading it in the beginning, all I kept thinking was, this girl is not a normal girl. Like something is going to happen that's gonna make her something else. Like she's either gonna be like some sort of, she's gonna be something. She's gonna be some other sort of creature. She's not just a normal girl. That's what I kept thinking. And then as I was reading this book, it just never happened. There was one conversation where I got that feeling and I stuck to it because I really wanted her to be something else. And I still think that she is not human. However, I did not find out what she was because it's not revealed in this book. I think the series is like at least 4 books long. Am I gonna continue it? I'm not 100% sure because it was very sexual and I don't love sexual books like that. I don't love when it's just smut. Also, it was very insta-lovey and Wattpad-y. What I mean with that is that they literally saw each other and from that moment the romance started. Like there wasn't pretty much anything else. But when you think about it, and that's, I think, maybe I mentioned it before, maybe I didn't, that always happens in vampire books. It's just like a fated mates kind of situation kind of thing. And I guess that is what happens here too. So if you're into fated mates, smut, and just like, yeah, if you're into those, maybe you like this. I didn't love it. I still give it a 3.75 because I was heavily entertained. I feel like that's the thing with Wattpad-y and Insta-lovey books is that they are so crazy, so out of the norm of what I usually read that I always have a fun time with them. So I'm just like, yes girl, keep going, like keep it coming. But it isn't my type of read where I'm reading and I'm like, wow, this is brilliant or like this is fun, like this is interesting. It's more of a like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next type read. I ended up starting Unravel Me by Becca Mack, and I don't remember until what page I read while I was recording with you guys, because then I started recording another video, but I have not yet finished this book. Unravel Me by Becca Mack is an ice hockey romance book, and so far it's pulling at my heartstrings, and I'm actually like loving this book so much so far. Like it would be, at the moment it's sitting at a 4.75. So yeah, but I don't want to talk much about it because I am reading this for another video that I already started recording yesterday, so let's not talk about it too much. You guys can see that on my next video. Those were all of the books that I read throughout this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was definitely a hard one, but if you did, don't forget to leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!